a look and a review for you today for Urban Decay's Vice 3 palette. So excited for this one. You know what? I'm excited for all the holiday palettes that are coming out right now. Aren't you? It's ridiculous. It's like, I want that one, and I want that one, and I want that one. Hopefully this year I'll be able to help you make up your mind which ones to get and which ones to skip. Now, if you're not interested in the review, I will tell you can skip ahead to that number right there. Please ignore my neighbor who is out sawing wood. It's the beauty of being a YouTuber, I tell you what. So, what do I think about this palette? I will tell you it's pretty good, and I feel like it's one of those that if you don't have a really big eyeshadow collection, you're looking for something that's really unique and different and has a lot of colors in it, this is a great one to add, simply because you do get a huge range of colors with this palette this year, and I'm so excited for that alone. Every single color from the rainbow is included in this palette, with the exception of yellow. But who really needs yellow? Pigmentation is superb. There are a lot of matte eyeshadows that were included in this palette, which I really, really love that Urban Decay did that. I feel like they're starting to listen to us a little bit more because those make for great crease colors. Now, the only caveat that I have with this palette, the only negative that exists, is that there are some very bad glitter bombers. Yes, there are some fallout offenders in this palette. Most notably, the eyeshadows Last Sin, Bobby Dazzle, Broke Down, Vanity, and Freeze. Unfortunately, you have to apply those eyeshadows wet, and that does help to eliminate some of the fallout, but not all of the fallout. You still do get some of it on your face later on in the day, which is really disappointing. Other than that, it's a really good palette. I wish that I didn't have to tell you that. I wish I could tell you this is a perfect palette all the way around. It's not. But if you love Urban Decay palettes and you love all of the ones they've put out in the past, I have no doubt that you will absolutely fall head over heels in love with this one also. So let me show you how to recreate the full face that I'm wearing right now using Vice 3.
Starting this look off with a primer, this is the LORAC Behind the Scenes. And the first thing I'm going to do is apply my blending shade onto the crease. This is going to eliminate harsh edges in the crease. It's going to make blending a lot easier. And the first eyeshadow we're going with from Vice 3 is the one called Undone. I'm applying this into the crease with a big fluffy brush. This is a beautiful matte finish eyeshadow, best described as a pinky brown, beautiful color for transitioning. And lightly blend away any harsh edges. And you can see that because we applied our blending shade first, it's a lot easier to blend at this point. Next up is the shade called Truth, and I'm applying this onto the inner third of the lid. And the brush I'm using here is the MAC 239. Any flat paddle brush or small shader brush works great here. Next up is the shade called Sonic. Ugh. One of my most favorites in this palette. I love this. It's a copper red shade. Oh! I'm applying this onto the middle of the lid, and I'm going to blend it back into Truth on the inner third there. Side note, this is a dupe for MAC's Mythical. So if you missed Mythical, you got a dupe right here. Then we're taking Rain, and I'm applying this onto the outer third of the lid. I'm going to blend this also up into the outer V and the outer crease of the eye as well. I'm also going to use Rain to line the lower lash line, and I'm going to layer over that with Sonic. I realize this is a really bold placement for Sonic, and you are absolutely welcome to skip this step completely because red on the lower lash line can be hard to wear. The brown that we're using here helps to tone it down a little bit, but you can definitely skip this step. Then I'm taking one of the Stila smudge sticks in Damsel. This is a brownish black eyeliner pencil. I'm going to line the lower waterline as well as tight line the upper waterline. I'm also going to line the upper lash line a little bit with this pencil. And one last step, I'm taking the eyeshadow called Bondage, beautiful deep burnt burgundy, and I'm applying this onto the outer third of the lid. This is going to give the look a lot more depth. For my brows, I'm using something new. This is a little sample that I picked up from the bodyneeds2.com. It's one of MAC's Gelcreme Fluidlines for your brows. It's in the shade called Redhead, and I really like this one in terms of color match, and I like the formula of it also. Great brow product. For my falsies, I'm choosing a synthetic pair from inkyminky.com. These are in the style 10 p.m. Definitely a very bold look, but you know what that means. Just have to make another Vice 3 video in the future. Applying my concealer, this is the Benefit Fake Up in Light. And then I'm applying the Shiseido Ibuki Moisturizer, since I'm going to be using a new foundation today, and I don't want any dry patches showing through. And that is the Hourglass Immaculate Foundation. Just got a little sample of this from Sephora recently, and so I'm trying it out in this video. Still don't really have an opinion yet on it, since this was the first day that I used it, but I really do like the finish of it, how well it applies. It has a light scent to it. It's not too overpowering at all. I'll have to wear it more and let you know what I think about it. And then I'm setting the face with the Makeup Forever pressed powder. And my blush today comes from a new Coastal Scents palette that I just picked up. I don't remember the name of this off the top of my head. I'll have it listed for you down below. I will be featuring that palette in an upcoming Frugal Friday. I'm really impressed with the blushes from that palette so far. And I'm going to finish this look with a lip liner. This is from Jordana in the shade Tawny. And then I'm going to layer this with MAC's Myth lipstick. Blend the two together, create a little bit of depth on the outer edges of the lips with the lip liner, keeping it light in the center of the lips. This will help to make the lips look bigger and fuller. Really like how these two products came together, and they're still subdued enough so that the eyes are the main focus of the look.
I also have the LORAC Mega Pro palette coming to me in the mail, so that will be here soon too. Woohoo! You let me know if you picked up Vice 3 and what you think about it so far. We'd love to hear your comments on this palette. Also, the LORAC Mega Pro, did you get that one? Are you interested in it, or are you just gonna skip it? You just don't care. Let me know below either way. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Are you looking for new ways to wear your eyeshadows? Discover the only website online with pictures of combinations using the brands featured here and so many more. Head on over to myeyeshadowconsultant.com and get inspired today.